Next on BGSU Brain Game is Toledo School for the Arts versus Bowling Green. I have a feeling this could be a mind-boggling mental mashup. Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game. It is Toledo School for the Arts versus Bowling Green. Let's meet our teams. Starting off with Bowling Green. Tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Tressa, and I'm a senior, and to my left is Tara, and to my right is Gabe.
All right, and you're coached by?
Mr. T.
All right, and Toledo School for the Arts. Tell us who you are.
Hi, my name is Benjamin Kerger. I'm a senior. To my left is Hayden McConaughey, and to my right is Calvin Bosselman, and we are coached by Ken Burchett.
All right, welcome to both of our teams. We're going to start things off in our toss-up round. In this round, questions are worth 10 points. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so have some fun with this round. No worries about this, so there's no deduction. You may confer before buzzing in, not after. And you can steal a question. I repeat, you can steal a question in this round. Bowling Green, TSA, are you ready for the toss-up round?
Yes.
We start right now. When President Donald Trump delivered his inaugural address on January 20th, 2017, 4 former U.S. presidents were in attendance. Name them. That would be TSA. Ben.
Jimmy Carter, George H.W. Bush, George Bush, and Barack Obama.
Incorrect. Bowling Green, would you like to steal?
Barack Obama, the Bushes.
Yes.
That would be Tara.
George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Bill Clinton.
Incorrect. It was Jimmy Carter, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. George H.W. Bush was not in attendance. In an atom, what charge do electrons have? That would be TSA. Haley.
Negative.
Correct. Identify the country entertainer who was honored as an inductee into the Country Music Hall of Fame in October of 2017, along with Jerry Reed and Don Schultz. His hits include Small Town Southern Man and It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere. TSA, Ben.
Luke Combs.
Incorrect. Bowling Green, would you like to steal? That would be Tressa.
Keith Urban.
Incorrect. Alan Jackson is who we were looking for there. While Julie Andrews played Maria in the 1960 film version of Roger and Hammerstein's The Sound of Music, which contemporary singer played the same role in a television special broadcast? That would be Bowling Green. Tara.
Carrie Underwood.
That was Carrie Underwood, yes. What is the name of the vascular tissue in plants that conducts water and nutrients toward the root? TSA. Calvin.
Phloem?
We will not accept that. Bowling Green. Like to steal. They're saying no. Xylem is what we were looking for there. Type of right angle whose 2 legs and their associated angles are equal. TSA. Calvin.
Congruent?
Incorrect. Bowling Green, would you like to steal? That would be Tara.
Equilateral.
Incorrect. Isosceles. Right triangle is what we needed there. In humans, this sense is most associated with memories and is scientifically defined. TSA. Ben.
Smell.
Smell is what we're looking for, yes. Which adjective that begins with the prefix out can be used synonymously with the word bizarre or the phrase, that would be Bowling Green. Gabe.
Outrageous.
Incorrect. Or phrase extremely unconventional. TSA. Would you like to steal? Time. We needed outlandish for that one. Outlandish. Complete the title of the novella by Rudyard Kipling about 2 British soldiers serving in India who resigned from the army and decide to set themselves up as deities. The Man Who Would Be Blank. Bowling Green. Gabe.
The Man Who Would Be King.
Correct. The Cherokee people called their forced move westward the Trail of Tears. Which American president? TSA. Calvin.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson was president during that time, yes. Known for his pioneering work on long-distance radio transmission and for his development of a radio telegraph system. TSA. Calvin.
Morse.
Incorrect. This Italian electrical engineer and inventor is often credited as the inventor of radio. Who is he? Bowling Green, would you like to steal?
No.
No, we're
They're
good.
saying no. We're looking for Guglielmo Marconi there. First published in 1978, this novel follows a bizarre chain of events that begins when 16 unlikely people gather for the reading of a game-loving millionaire's will. Name this work by Ellen Raskin. Time. The Westing game is what we needed there. What three-word phrase is used to describe an area of the Pacific Ocean in which many earthquakes, that would be Bowling Green, Gabe?
The Bermuda Triangle.
Incorrect. The area of the Pacific Ocean in which many earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. TSA, Ben.
Ring of Fire.
The Ring of Fire, yes. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Bowling Green currently at 20 points. And in the lead right at this moment is TSA, Toledo School for the Arts, with 40 points. You're going to want to stick around to see what happens next. Why? Because our head-to-head round is coming up. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU's Brain Game. Toledo School for the Arts currently leads Bowling Green 40-20. Looks like we have some substitutions before we start talking about our next round. Bowling Green, tell us who you are and who's joined your team.
I'm Matthew Fife, and this is Lizzie Mills.
All right, welcome to you. Looks like you've shuffled the deck a little bit for the School of the Arts as well. Tell us who you are.
This is Darby Stevens.
All right, and you swap places with Ben.
Yep.
Calvin and Ben have swapped spots. Okay, this is our head-to-head round. There's 15 questions in this round, same 15 questions for both teams. One team will stay in studio, the other one will go to isolation. After 2 minutes and 30 seconds, where all 15 questions have been answered, we will swap. The other team will have a shot at those same 15 questions. We will then clear our scores, bring back in both teams, and we will see where we stand. All right, Toledo School for the Arts, since you were at 40, you'll be sticking around, and that means Bowling Green, off to isolation. All right, TSA, are you ready for your 15 head-to-head questions?
Yep.
Your round begins right now. What state was home to the Native American people named the Chinook?
Ohio.
Washington. What is the only state in the U.S. to have a unicameral legislature?
Louisiana.
Incorrect. Nevada. What type of large structure built in honor of the main god of a city was found in each major city of the ancient Mesopotamian civilization?
Zero.
Correct. Where is DNA found in the cell?
The nucleus. Yeah. The nucleus.
Correct. What was the first state to allow women to vote?
Wyoming.
Correct. What organ secretes insulin and plays a crucial role?
Pancreas.
Correct. Name the verb tense in the following sentence. Clementine was sitting by the pond feeding the ducks.
Future. No.
I'd say past participle. Past participle.
Past participle.
Past progressive. Only 3 elements can create a magnetic field. One is iron. What are the other 2?
Go for it.
Nickel and cobalt.
Correct. Freedom of the press is guaranteed by which constitutional amendment?
First Amendment.
Correct. Where is the Richard M. Nixon Presidential Library located?
Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C.
Incorrect. California. There are many in the U.S. Senate who have served a great number of years in that body. Who, as of 2019, holds the record for the longest serving senator?
Pass. Or pass.
Robert Byrd. Where is the only active diamond mine in the United States?
Arkansas. Arkansas.
Correct. Napoleon was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo. Where is Waterloo?
The Netherlands.
Incorrect. Belgium. What is the most popular name for a city in the U.S.?
Wait, what was the
Columbus.
Columbus.
Incorrect. Washington. The origination clause of the Constitution, Article 1, Section 7, mandates that this kind of bill originates in the House.
Pass.
That would be a revenue bill. That is all 15 questions for you, Toledo School for the Arts. That means it is now time for you to go to isolation. It is now time to bring back in Bowling Green. Bowling Green, are you ready for your 15 head-to-head questions?
Yes.
All right, they start right now. What state was home to the Native American people named the Chinook?
Iowa.
Washington. What is the only state in the U.S. to have a unicameral legislature?
Alabama.
Incorrect. Nevada. What type of large structure built in honor of the main god of a city was found in each major city of the ancient Mesopotamian?
Temple.
Incorrect. Ziggurat is what we needed there. Where is the DNA found in the cell?
Nucleus.
Correct. What was the first state to allow women to vote?
Wyoming.
Correct. What organ secretes insulin and plays a crucial role in causing diabetes?
Pancreas.
Correct. Name the verb tense in the following sentence. Clementine was sitting by the pond feeding the ducks.
Past.
Past progressive, I'm sorry. Only 3 elements can create a magnetic field. One is iron. What are the other 2?
Manganese and copper.
Incorrect. Nickel and cobalt. Freedom of the press is guaranteed by which constitutional amendment?
First.
Correct. Where is the Richard M. Nixon Presidential Library located?
Idaho.
California. There are many in the U.S. Senate who have served a great number of years in that body. Who, as of 2019, holds the record for the longest serving senator?
Pass.
Robert Byrd. Where is the only active diamond mine in the United States?
Nevada.
Incorrect. Arkansas. Napoleon was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo. Where is Waterloo?
England.
Incorrect. Belgium. What is the most popular name for a city in the United States?
Pass.
Washington. The origination clause of the Constitution, Article 1, Section 7, mandates that this kind of bill originates in the House.
Pass.
That would be a revenue bill. That is all 15 questions for you, Bowling Green, and that means it is now time to clear our scores. Let's bring back in the Toledo School for the Arts. Let's see where we stand. All right, teams, it's time to see where we stand. Bowling Green, you have how many points? 60. Toledo School for the Arts stands at 110 points. TSA still currently in the lead, but you're going to stick around because coming up next is our category round where things can change very, very quickly. There are questions worth up to 30 points and deductions start. Stay tuned. Welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Bowling Green at 60 points. Toledo School for the Arts at 110 points. Bowling Green, looks like we have some new substitutions and some new players. Tell us who you are.
I'm Evan, and to my left is Ethan.
All right, welcome to you. TSA, staying with your lineup from the last round. Okay, this is our category round. There are 6 categories to choose from. Questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. But beware. Deductions start now, so if you go for 30, you can lose 30. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal, I repeat, you can steal a question in this round. Bowling Green, since you are at 60 points, you get to make the first selection.
Begins with K for 10.
Begins with K for 10 points. Identify these terms that begin with the letter K. A person who steals compulsively. TSA, Darby.
Kleptomaniac.
Correct. TSA takes control.
World history for 30.
World history for 30 points. In what year did the Titanic sink?
1912.
TSA, Calvin, 1912. Yes. TSA still in control.
World history 25.
World history for 25 points. What nationality was Karl Marx? TSA, Calvin.
German.
Correct. German. TSA still in control.
World history 20.
World history now for 20 points. What was the name of the 1918 pandemic which killed over one?
Spanish flu.
That would be TSA. Calvin, Spanish flu, yes.
World history 15.
World history for 15 points. Who invented the thermometer in 1593? That will be Galileo. All right, TSA still in control.
World history 10.
World history for 10 points. What Aztec ruler was conquered by her? That
Montezuma
would be TSA. Calvin, please wait for me to call you.
Montezuma II.
Correct. TSA in control.
What's theology 10?
What's theology for 10 points? Identify each term that ends with ology. The study of birds.
Ornithology.
TSA. Calvin.
Ornithology.
Ornithology, yes, I appreciate the enthusiasm. TSA in control.
What's theology 15?
What's theology for 15 points? The study of animal and plant fossils. TSA, Calvin.
Paleontology.
Correct. TSA in control.
What's theology 20?
What's theology for 20 points? The branch of science concerned with the study of amphibians and reptiles. That'd be herpetology. TSA still in control.
What's theology 25?
What's theology for 25 points? The branch of science concerned with nature, effects, and detection of TSA. Calvin.
Ecology.
Incorrect. Of poisons. Bowling Green, would you like to steal? Time. Toxicology is what we needed there. TSA still in control.
What's theology 30?
What's theology for 30? Finishing off this category, the study of the final events in the history of the world. Eschatology is what we were looking for there. TSA still in control.
What category do
K for 15.
Okay, K for 15.
Begins with K for 15 points. Someone who ruins the party. That would be a killjoy. TSA still in control.
Begins with K 20.
Begins with K for 20 points. An Israeli collective farm community. TSA, Ben.
Commune.
Incorrect. Bowling Green, would you like to steal?
No.
They're saying no. A kibbutz is what we needed there. TSA in control.
Begins with K 25.
Begins with K now for 25 points. Rule by the worst. A kakistocracy is what we were looking for there. TSA still in control of the board.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada for 10.
Oh, Canada for 10. Identify these things about Canada. What ocean lies to the north of Canada? TSA, Darby.
Arctic Ocean.
Correct. TSA still in control.
Oh, Canada for 15. Oh, Canada for 15.
Oh, Canada now for 15 points. Which ocean is located to the east of TSA? Calvin.
Atlantic.
Atlantic Ocean, yes. TSA still in control.
Oh, Canada for 20.
Oh, Canada for 20 points. Name the highest mountain peak in Canada. TSA, Calvin.
Mount Logan.
Correct. TSA still in control.
Oh, Canada 25.
Oh, Canada for 25 points. Canada has how many territories?
Plus provinces.
3 is what we needed there. TSA still in control.
Oh, Canada for 30.
Oh, Canada now for 30 points. Finishing off this category, the city that serves as Canada's capital. TSA, Calvin.
Ottawa.
Correct. That finishes off that category. TSA still in control.
K for 30. Just
K for 30.
Begins with K for 30 points. Objects that are considered lowbrow or tacky. Kitsch is what we needed there. TSA in control.
Dance crazes. Okay, dance crazes 10.
Dance crazes for 10 points. Made popular by Michael Jackson, what do you call the dance move in which, that would be TSA, Ben?
Moonwalk.
The moonwalk is what we needed there, yes. All right, TSA still in control.
Dance crazes 15.
Sticking with dance crazes now for 15 points. Chubby Checker's 1960s cover of this song led to a dance craze of the same name. Time. Ben, I think, was doing it. It was the twist. It was indeed the twist. TSA still in control.
Do we want to stick with the dance crazes 20?
Dance crazes for 20 points. In the early 1990s, everyone was moving to this song, sung in Spanish by Los del Rio. That would be Bowling Green. Ethan.
Macarena.
The Macarena, yes. Bowling Green takes control.
Architecture for 15.
Architecture for 15 points. Give the architecture term from the descriptions provided. Correct answers will start with the letters A through L. The overhanging edge of a roof. Did he get in time? He did not get in time. We're looking for Eve right there. Let's take a look at our score. We have Bowling Green at 80 points. And currently in the lead with 270 points is Toledo School for the Arts. You're going to stick around. Our brainstorm round is coming up next where questions are worth 20 points apiece. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. We have Bowling Green at 80 points and Toledo School for the Arts at 270 points. Looks like both of our teams have shuffled the deck a little bit. Bowling Green, tell us your lineup.
I'm Tressa Geiner, and to my left is Matthew Fife, and to my right is Ethan Cho.
All right, TSA, tell us your lineup.
I'm Calvin Bosselman. To my left is Isabella Garza, and to my right is Jack Moran.
All right, welcome to all of our new and returning players. This is our brainstorm round. All questions in this round are worth 20 points, but negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but there is no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. We will move immediately to the next question. Things can change very, very quickly in this round. Anything can happen. Bowling Green, TSA, are you ready for the brainstorm round?
Yeah.
It begins right now. In what year did the American Revolution end? Bowling Green, Ethan.
1783.
Correct. What is the capital of the state of Washington? That will be TSA, Calvin.
Olympia.
Correct. Name the three basic kinds of rock. TSA, Jack.
Metamorphous, igneous, and sedimentary.
Can we accept that? Yes, we will. The pituitary is tiny, about the size of a pea. Where is this gland located? Bowling Green, Matthew.
The brain.
Correct. Cushing disease is caused by an overabundance of a particular hormone. What hormone is implicated in Cushing disease? Cortisol is what we were looking for there. This painter is probably best known for his painting Starry, Starry Night. Bowling Green, Ethan.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh is correct. These are organelles that release food energy to the cell. TSA, Calvin.
Mitochondria.
Correct. This Latin word is used in citing dates that are approximate. Its literal translation, Bowling Green, Matthew.
Circa.
Circa, yes. Which planet has the most moons? Bowling Green, Matthew.
Jupiter.
Correct. The comma that appears before the conjunction in a list, that would be TSA, Calvin.
Oxford, comma.
The Oxford comma, yes. What name is given to the pointed venom-injecting tooth of a snake? TSA, Jack.
Fang.
A fang indeed. Which two arithmetic operations demonstrate the commutative property? Bowling Green, Ethan.
Addition and multiplication.
Correct. What photographer is best known for his black and white photos of Yosemite Park? Bowling Green, Ethan.
Ansel Adams.
Correct. What is the most commonly diagnosed deficiency in the American diet? TSA, Jack.
Iron deficiency.
Correct. Bacteria and other cells that lack a defined nucleus are called, that would be TSA, Calvin.
Prokaryotes.
Correct. As of 2019, who is the governor of Michigan? Gretchen Whitmer is what we needed there. Solid allotropes differ in their crystal structures, while gaseous allotropes differ in their molecular structures. State the chemical formulas of the two allotropes of oxygen. TSA, Calvin.
O2 and O3.
Correct. Derived from the Greek, this astronomical term, end of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Bowling Green at 220 points, and our winner with 430 points is Toledo School for the Arts. Let's give both of these teams a big round of applause. Now, in the spirit of good sportsmanship, let's come around, let's meet in the middle, let's shake hands, and we'll see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.